Good throw. Brown with the catch, and he has first down yardage out across the 30 to the 31, a 17-yard pickup for Everett and the Rams.
Here you see the isolation of it, Jim. It's just an out route. You see him working on number 43, Lonnie Young, just an out route. This all has to start with great pass protection. That's what Everett's been getting all day. Gets the good pass protection. Leonard Smith coming up for the hit.
On first down, White has a pickup of about 3 to the 34. Freddie Joe Nunn made the stop for the Cardinals. 13 carries, 93 yards already for White. Came into the game with 490 yards on the ground, so he is more than halfway to a 1,000-yard season. On 2nd and 7, White has the ball again and has a pickup of about 5 out near the 40. Rod Sadler made the stop for St. Louis.
Right side of the offensive line, Harris, Slater, David Hill, the tight end, doing a good job. With this personnel in there, Jim, and the lack of Eric Dickerson, I think you'll see a lot more people coming into play. You'll see the outside receivers, 2 tight end situation. You'll see the backs catching the ball, screens, draws, a much bigger mixture of plays with this type offense.
And as the chains come on, White is now within a stride or 2 of 100 yards. These are statistics even Dickerson could be proud of.
Absolutely. He's playing very well. He knows that he's going to be the back. He's going to be carrying the ball. He's running out of the I formation, which he did at Southern California for John Robinson. That's where he runs the best. He gets the ball very deep in the backfield and then cuts off of whichever block he needs to.
For the Redskins, Kenny, Jay Schrader got off to another bad start today, and now Doug Williams has replaced Schrader in the 2nd quarter.
A lot of people yelling for Doug Williams in Washington.
Everett sneaking forward has the first down. So the Rams convert the 3rd and short into a first down. And Schrader is suffering his first real crisis in confidence since becoming the Redskin quarterback after Theismann suffered the career-ending broken leg.
Every quarterback goes through it sooner or later. You just have to fight through that and keep competing and keep trying to win. Washington's off to a good start at 6-2.
Maybe Schrader should phone up Jim Everett. He can tell him something about crises and confidence.
Yeah, he's got a crisis.
On first down, Greg Bell has the football, and Bell, touching it for the first time today, is knocked to the turf by Bob Clasby, number 79.
Ground level, you have to control the down inside people to run the ball outside. And Clasby, number 79, you see him, he just runs right down the line and beats the ball carrier, Greg Bell, right down the line of scrimmage. The guard has to get out there and cut Clasby off if you're going to run outside.
Bell, of course, part of the product of the Dickerson trade, and after that first carry, he went to the sideline nursing his left shoulder as though it had been hurt in some way. Trainer sat with him as he sat down on the bench. Kevin House now in the game as a 3rd receiver as the Rams on 2nd and long cut Everett loose. Nice slide. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. Anthony Bell was there to touch Everett's shoulder pad after the slide.
That's not his forte. That's not the way that he will beat you like a Randall Cunningham can do. Jim Everett's a much better quarterback than just standing in the pocket, anticipating the good protection and delivering the ball to a various number of receivers, not to one person. Things that he has to work on. His footwork hasn't been what it needs to be, according to Ernie Zampese, and he hasn't been looking off his secondary and primary receivers the way he should.
Rams are 4 for 6 on 3rd downs as they face 3rd and 7. And the Cardinals came into the game wanting to put pressure on Jim Everett. They got it there from Freddie Joe Nunn.
One of the 3 musts Gene Salling said they had to do was to put pressure on Jim Everett. And here's where they get it on 3rd down. You see Curtis Greer, 75. You see Clasby, 79. And Freddie Joe Nunn, 78. Everybody all around him just putting a ton of pressure on him. Number 67, Duval Love, getting beat pretty bad on that play.
So Hatcher kicks the football away. Sikahima waits at his 21. Has a little room. By Sikahima across the 35 to the 37-yard line. 44-yard punt, 16-yard return. Eckern downfield to make the tackle. We're getting pretty close to halftime, and it's 14-10 LA. Today, CBS Sports presents what promises to be the most exciting day of college football this year. Tim Brown will lead the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, ranked 7th, against last year's national champion Penn State, followed by the game which has been anticipated ever since Street and Smith hit the printer back in May. Oklahoma against Nebraska, #1 against #2. They've been ranked in those positions all year long. Special doubleheader day of college football next Saturday here on CBS Sports. On first down for the Cardinals at the 37, Awalt in motion, and Mitchell has the football with a pickup of a couple of yards. Doss and Reed made the stop for the Rams. We want to extend our regards to Oklahoma Sooner coach Barry Switzer, who will now have to go up to Lincoln for that game with torn ligaments in his knee after he was bowled over by his quarterback Charles Thompson yesterday.
Well, players have to play hurt. I guess the coaches have to coach hurt.
Barry's tough. He won't even feel it. Lomax on second down 8. Nolan Cromwell almost got to the football. That time, Green was well covered.
Well, his first look that time, Jim, was a deep in route to J.T. Smith. He gets the first look, but the linebackers dropped back into the hook zones, took it away, and so he just had to throw the ball down the field deep.
Rams have so far muffled J.T. Smith and Roy Green and have held Lomax to the short routes. He's 6 of 11 for 58 yards.
John Robinson said he was going to make Neil Lomax be real patient. Make him take his backs in the flat, make him dump the ball off, drop those linebackers into those hook zones, and make him take what the defense gives him.
Cardinals are 0 for 4 on third down. They need 8 yards. And this is Wolfley, who takes the football across midfield down to about the Ram 44 before Jerry Gray made the stop. A 16-yard pickup, and make it 1 of 5 on third downs.
Wolfley comes in mainly as a blocking type back on short yardage type plays. Bat Paul receiver that time.
So the 2-minute warning now, and we'll be back in St. Louis after this. Works. In the 3 games since his regulars returned from the strike, John Robinson has seen his Rams fall behind 17-0, 17-0, and 17-3 against the 49ers. Today they jumped off to a 14-3 lead. That won't mean much to Robinson if the Rams can't hold that lead now in the last 2 minutes of the first half. On first down for the Cardinals, Stump Mitchell gives it back to Lomax, who looks and finally goes to Farrell for a 4-yard gain.
What a play.
Owens and Eckern made the stop on Farrell.
Started out like the run pass that Stump Mitchell has thrown a couple of times in prior series, but he stops, throws the ball back to Neil Lomax. He was trying to get J.T. Smith deep or Roy Green deep down the field. Read pretty well by the secondary, so he just dumps the ball off, takes what he can get.
And the Rams are obviously very Roy Green conscious.
Great speed like that, they're going to know where he is at all times.
Awalt has the catch and first down yardage inside the 35. Eckern made the stop for the Rams.
Awalt brings something to the team as a tight end that can't be coached. He comes out of a good passing attack at San Diego State, and he reads things and improvises on his own.
And now with 1:16 before halftime, the Cardinals have a timeout. And that is the first timeout St. Louis has used, so they'll have 2 remaining as Lomax comes over to talk to Gene Stallings.
Well, they'll put their heads together and they'll think about down and distance tendencies on this part of the field, 35-yard line. They'll look at their charts and sheets and figure out which type of defenses they play, and they'll come up with an appropriate play.
At halftime, we'll be going to our studio in New York, where Brent Musburger and Irv Cross stand by with scores and highlights. Checking in with Washington, Doug Williams has already made his presence felt there. A 16-yard touchdown pass to Kelvin Bryant.